What it good be? Hopefully with distribute. It's your boy N-O-R-E.
What up? It's DJ EFN.
And this Drink Champs motherfucking happy hour. Make some noise! And I don't know if you know, but me interviewing producers is probably one of my favorite things to do. It's because the producers not only have the story of the song, they have the story of the making of the song.
Behind the scenes.
So if you guys don't know who I'm talking about right now, when you think of Missy Elliott, you think of Aliya, you think of Genuine, you think of there's so many different artists who took an artist and made them great from the sounds of his thing. I heard that he used to make beats through beatbox. I heard he has so many people's careers in his hands. He's come from Virginia. He has stayed in this time relevant well over 20 years. And been kicking people's ass and staying here, doing what the fuck he gotta do. In case you don't know who the fuck I'm talking about, we talking about Timbaland. Make some noise! Now Timbaland. Now we wanna. This is a hip hop historic show, so we want to take it from the very beginning. How did you get your start? Because I heard somewhere that you was a beatboxer at first, prior to you actually making beats. So how did you even start beatboxing?
I think it was a contest. It was back in Virginia. This place called Stars, if I can remember. And I was beatboxing. I always thought it was okay. But then it's like my main passion back then was DJing. And how I got into making beats is the music. Every season you got a drought season, whereas it's the music you ain't liking, you ain't feeling. So I'm like, let me just make a beat. And then my mom brought this Casio keyboard. They only can stop for 1 second. So let me try to make a beat so I can blend my records too. You know what I'm saying? So you had to be very creative back then. And
were you already sampling your beatboxing at that point?
I didn't sample my beatbox.
You started doing that.
I didn't sample my beatbox till I got introduced to a studio. You know what I'm saying? And then, really when I got introduced to a sampler that can sample longer than a second. So then it got to the point where I got a EPS, something like that, a keyboard where it can sample up to 16 seconds. So that kind of gave me, from 1 second, 16 seconds back then was like 16 minutes.
Back then, yeah, for sure.
So I just took what I had and I was just passionate about sounds. I love noise.
All right. Now, we recently had Marley Ma on here, right?
Oh, and he was the best.
And Marley Ma alluded to kind of making the New Jack swing.
Yeah, he did. No, he more than alluded to that.
So he kind of, and it made me think of Teddy Riley immediately. And I know Teddy Riley's relationship to Virginia. What do you think when you hear a person like Marley Ma say that he might have been the first person to start New Jack swing?
I would say he's correct.
No way! I
would say he's almost correct because when you listen to Lean On Me, like all the Big Daddy Kane, all the Marley Ma stuff that he did, he had what Big Daddy Kane had. He gave a lot of different bounces. Like what's his Raw? Raw was kind of like the introduction to the New Jack swing sound.
Right.
And Teddy just took it and enhanced it, just modified it more. But he kind of introduced that.
Because Teddy did produce the show. With Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick.
Teddy Riley?
Yeah, he did.
Teddy Riley
I did not know that.
Yes, Teddy Riley produced
I did not know that.
Yeah. Look at me with that.
Yo, that's crazy.
So now what does Teddy Riley mean to Virginia? Because I guess that was like
it's more about what he means to New York. He just moved to Virginia from New York. So it was almost like some New Jack City, Nino Brown moving into Virginia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he was from New York, so it was like Virginia was like we getting this big time producer from New York. Like we was more excited about that.
Right. Because he was already like.
He was already
popular?
big, yeah. Because I thought you might have knew him from New York, from the New Jack, from Guy days, that he was in New York. So it's like we knew, but I guess New York wasn't on it, but we knew in Virginia who. Because it was Guy, it was Teddy Riley, and he was coming to Virginia, so it was like, whoa.
Where were the dudes from Rex and Effects from?
They was from New York.
They were from New York?
That's what I'm saying.
I thought they was from Virginia for some reason.
I thought they was from Virginia too. You got me on that one.
They're from New York.
Right,
They just moved to Virginia.
Oh man, definitely didn't know that.
Did y'all have any animosity towards New York dudes moving there?
Nah,
because in Miami we did have a little animosity.
Nah, it was exciting. You know what I'm saying? Because we Commonwealth. And getting somebody from
Some city boys getting locked up immediately, huh? Going up.
It was just cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There wasn't no jealousy back
Like
then.
hip hop royalty type of Commonwealth
It was
thing?
more like, that's Teddy Riley.
Right.
I guess what people do today, but in a different form back then.
Right.
Did you be influenced by the New Jack Swing?
I think I wasn't. I think I wasn't influenced by the swing. I was influenced by the sonics of the swing, meaning the sound, how it sounded so crisp. Like, how did he make what's once a James Brown bounce from Funky Drummer? That's like Funky Drummer. Then he took it and enhanced it and made it more modern.
So let's be clear, because not everybody knows the definition of what New Jack Swing was.
That's right. That's right. You got to be a real.
What is
story.
it? What is it to you? What made it New Jack Swing?
The swing. That's why you had to say. I don't know why they put New Jack to give it a slang. I think, but it was a swing. Right. When James Brown did Funky Drummer, that was a swing. That's why, if you think about it, when you go back and listen to Funky Drummer, James Brown don't do nothing on that record.
It was the timing of the drums?
It was a different, like a. He's like, hit it funky. He was just he was hitting the pockets to make people to make the masses get it.
Right.
So he let you think about it. Go back and listen to that record, Funky Drummer. I just could imagine them two in the studio, right? And it's like he walking in the studio, Bobby, you know, I'm just thinking like James Brown. So James Brown walking in the studio, and the drummer, he like, hit it funky. Yeah, and that's all he do on the record is ad-libs. Right. So when you think about music today, it's like it's all about that feeling, and that swing back then was like a new swing that made him do that. So when you talk about Teddy Riley, okay, so they found how to write in those pockets of that swing. Right. So that was a faster swing than most songs from like. Boom, 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 boom. That was boom, 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 boom. So it's like that's making how do you make a person do this without being corny? You know what I'm saying? So that's like a whole different swing.
Now we have Pusha T on here, and Pusha T told us that you, Pharrell, and No Malice went to the same school.
The hip hop school.
And was Missy in that school too? Or
no, she was from another town, Portsmouth.
Okay, so hold on. I just need to understand this school. And were y'all in the same class?
No. It was like, you know, it's just, I think it's just like anything of today. Now when I look back and I look at music of today, I'm like, man, it's the same way. Right. And you don't see it until you get older. Right. And you be like, it's no different, you know. God put people together with the same kind of brilliant minds, and you know, you connect. You know, just like y'all two connected. He from New York and you from Miami, and people gonna be like, how? It's gonna be some other kids be like, how the freak? You be like, damn. It was just, it's just supposed to be. And Pharrell was always Pharrell. When I look at Pharrell, it's nothing changed about him from what I know.
Same dude.
Same guy.
So how did you meet Missy? How did
Missy actually, a friend of mine introduced me to Missy, told Missy that she needed to meet me. And Missy came to my house and started doing music. She like, oh man.
And you was an artist? Or?
No, I was just doing beats, and she the one that I was just doing music, and she like, he make dope beats. And I was like, she introduced me to singing over hip hop beats. And when she was singing, I'm like, I ain't never heard that before. Like I never heard melodies over the music I was making, and she introduced my ears to some like new candy. You know what I'm saying?
Before you heard like Mary J.
Yeah, she the one, like it was because of her she introduced me to singing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was more Mantronics, Tribe Called Quest. We was fanatics of Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? So
who'd you meet first? Missy, Aliya, Pharrell,
God had us.
Magoo.
It's like
I feel like you speeding right now, man. Like
I know, because I'm just saying because
stories that I want to hear between all this.
You know why Virginia's history is so rich, and a lot of people don't know
it's
that.
Hip hop history.
Like, it's real hip hop history. Yeah. So like, who was the first one that you met that wasn't a star at the time, but later on you realized is a star?
You know what? I think we just love music. I think when you love something. It's gonna take you it's gonna make you who you are. Like, think about it. When you made what, What was it? You didn't know. You just know the feeling of like, I know this feels big for me.
Right.
And you know, I think that nobody knew who was gonna be a star. We just loved music, and we was dedicated through thick and thin. And I think that's what makes. And then music, once you love it, it'll determine where your place should be in it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Virginia connected all of us, and we was the chosen ones out of that batch of probably that Commonwealth area. I look at it like lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna be the lottery person? You know what I'm saying? And Virginia was a part of history. It was some place that people never expected. Now look where we advanced to. Toronto, Cleveland. Now we like, you know, but we was like the first of the Mohicans being from Commonwealth. And
Virginia, it was kind of weird for us because y'all was like East Coast.
Yeah, it was weird for y'all.
It was like East Coast.
Mad Skills.
Yeah.
Was one of the first artists that I heard from Virginia that was killing it.
Right, and for us,
see, I was
weird.
gonna say him. He was the first, but I'm not gonna say like, you know, everybody to be a star. You know, like that's up to music. But he loved music. You know what I'm saying? And he did do a lot of successful things that put Virginia on the map. And I feel like he was a part of that whole chemistry. Like he was the one who kind of like jumped out first to me.
What was the first major record that came from Virginia where we was like, yo, you was like, we got something now?
Oh,
was
we never knew we had nothing.
No, get out of here. Come on.
We just wanted
being modest right now.
No, I'm being honest. I'm gonna tell you, like it was. Come on, man. Look, man. Have you seen Hustle and Flow?
Yes, I did.
Okay, like when you look at Hustle and Flow,
that's
bro, you just trying to.
That ain't Memphis.
No, that's Memphis.
But think about it, like, bro, you ain't thinking about what's a hit. You thinking about I'm trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't thinking like, you know, this is a hit. We was more like, we getting recognized more than anything. You know what I'm saying? We getting a job. We getting out. Our passion is getting looked at. It's not taken for granted. And I think that was the beauty of us, because we put in a lot of work and our work was accepted. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody wants that on earth, wants to be accepted.
What was the first record you worked on and you was like, this is it for you? Because all of us does it for a hobby at first, right? All of us, we love music. And most of us would still do it if we wasn't getting paid or not, but we wouldn't do it as much as we would. But what was the first record where you did and you was like, this is it, I'm done. I'm gonna bury myself with this and I
don't think it's no record, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always trying to outdo myself.
Okay.
I'm trying to say, I feel like I'm just beginning because
you may not have made that record yet.
And I feel, and you're right. And the reason I feel like that, I watched the Quincy Jones documentary twice.
I ain't watching yet. Go ahead, please. School me.
I'm nowhere near close.
He said his second life was at 45 or some shit like that?
I'm nowhere near close. But the thing is, we look at the times we're in.
Right.
So I look at what I've done in the past. Right. It was like my first Harry Potter book. So now I need to create the next chapter. So this chapter ain't as easy as those, because once I mastered how to get in the door, I knew how to keep it. You know, I know how to keep jabbing. And then Swizz came, he had his run, and then it's like, I gotta say, okay, let me come back. I gotta figure out how to, cause he switched the whole swing. It was harder back then, but I say back then was a more challenge that I was ready for. This era where I'm facing, where I say I'm just beginning, it's just like, when you look at Quincy Jones, man, he went from Frank Sinatra to this. It's just a challenge, and I feel like I'm just starting, because this era of music is totally different from what I'm used to. Right. So, but it's not, but it's music, and I love music, so I feel like I'm just, and the way technology is, I'm just starting to crack the code, because I couldn't do what I can do now back then. I had to go research, I had to really go put in a lot of work to get a lot of those sounds, and now all of that is available to me in a laptop.
Oh, it's different now.
So now it's like, okay, I'm challenging the like people on the Fruity Loops. It's like I'm challenging. It's like a game. It's like I gotta be the Fork Knight. I gotta be that guy. I gotta beat all the teenagers. You know what I'm saying? I gotta that's the new, that's the way of music. Music is colors now. First it was all about feel, people playing in the room, and now I'm trying to get this generation with that same kind of vibe, but with the computers. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing that. So it's like, I'm really just beginning, because my beginning now is more than just producing, it's teaching the youth of the generation that's about to come. Like, okay, this is what we got to make music with. We come from, playing with everybody. You know how easy you get a person to play, but now it's like kids making sample packs, and it's like, okay, well, let's do it together. And so they never been introduced to that. So it's like so for me, I feel like my generation, when like my 50-year age could be teaching and producing and inspiring the next 9-year-old on a computer and seeing the genius in him, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm just beginning,
But based on that, what you're saying, do you think the age of, and this is just hip hop, because it could be in every genre, the age of the super producer is over? Because it was like the super producer, it was the Swizz, it was it was Dre,
That's a good question. I feel like,
and that made careers.
I feel like it ain't over. I feel like it's just a little bit more harder work to do.
It's different now.
It's just like I gotta crack a code. It's like a video game. It's just like I gotta crack some codes, because everything is coded now.
Let me ask, the question you asking is it over for like
super
veteran
producers?
MC?
No, not over for like specifically. Like, can there be new, like a new generation of super producers?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I haven't seen that bubble in the last 5 years.
Right now, who's the dude that did the Tiger shit? Who's the dude that did the Tiger?
I don't know, but I'm like, who did Tiger? I don't know.
But you see, the fact that y'all even questioning it, that's
but no, he's on fire right now.
Well, what else he do?
And he did the Kodak Black shit.
They could be good producers, but super producers.
I think it go to, like, I don't know, like I look at it like a game, man. It's all about styling now. Like, your production is like, your tag gotta feel right. Like, I get it now. Like, I feel like I'm 19. I'm like, because the computer, you can dress your shit up so crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, Metro Boomin wants some more, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you ain't thinking about this beat, when that tag come on, bitch, you already jumping. You know, who done got the illest tag right there? Take key, fuck them niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Through that bitch, boom. It's like, it's like it's already set. That's like the whole new way of producing. But I have to figure out how to introduce that shit to make them like, yo, nigga, y'all are artists, nigga, y'all tag. Do you know, like, when you did a London on the track, like, nigga, y'all gotta stand proud with that shit like that. And I feel like that's the way of us really kind of identifying who's that next super producer. And then we gotta say, okay, now you gotta go put that same tag on Ariana Grande and make me feel like, you know what I'm saying? And that's where the trick come in. You know what I'm saying?
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. So it's like, you just take somebody like a coach, which it should be me or a Pharrell or a Kanye, just like, all right, now Murder, do this, like Murder on a beat. It's like he picked the right tone for when the 808 drop, it just feels right. So it's like, you don't go by and be like, it's a different way of judging producing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can kind of like package your shit so cool. You know what I'm saying?
Who was the first producer that reached out to you other than your camp? Because you had worked inside the camp. You had the Genuine, you had the Aliya. Who was the first person that outside your camp that was huge? That he was like, get the fuck out of here.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z? Oh, I think I was going to say Michael Jackson.
I said Jay-Z at a party. He was like, yo, I want to work with you. And the first song we did was Jigga What, and I did this beat. And he was like, nah, that ain't it. He spit the rap in me, motherfucker want to act loco. I said, oh. So I put my headphones on, and I said, he's like, you done? See, back then, there wasn't no clicking, wasn't no computer. It was me actually playing, feeling it. So I was playing it, and then he was like, you done? I was like, yeah, it's 5 minutes. That was because it's a keyboard, so you like, there ain't no way you done. So he was walking around, spinning around. I played it, and he did his rap. It's like I heard his cadence, and I made that beat to bounce to what I heard. So I have a photographic memory when it comes to sounds and sonics and melodies. Nothing else. That's only that. So with music, I can kind of memorize anything, and that was the first thing he was like the first, and I was like, he kind of introduced me. His tone when he did that made me step my game up, because I'm like, whoa. Because it was me, Missy, all of us, so that was the first person from the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And what Jay-Z is this now? Is this I don't know. Is this throwback Jay-Z? He wearing Giants jerseys? What's Jay-Z? Is that John?
I think that was.
Okay.
Big Pimpin'?
Well, before Big Pimpin'.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, okay. No, I got a whole Jay-Z section. So this is why I'm trying to get off this question.
So
real
segue
fast.
into it.
All right. No. I'm just trying to figure out which Jay. We'll come back to that.
Well, that's a good one. That was the prime.
Okay. So when you got this call from Justin Timberlake, right?
He was 15 though. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying?
He was 15 years old?
Yeah, it was like 15. So it was like he was 15 and their people reached out and he was like, yo, I like your music, man. And like, he was about like maybe 16, 17 when we did. And then,
because I had heard that Justin had fell out with Pharrell or some shit like that, or some
I don't
shit.
think, nobody never falls out. I just think that.
Or Jive Records, it was some shit.
I just think that, you know, in life, you know, as we go back and look at it, it's just sometimes misunderstandings or business could be just misconstrued or misinterpreted. Right. So that's all I think that happened on that moment. It wasn't like he wasn't not using for real. He was always working.
But he was 15, but he was down with
he was with
NSYNC already.
But he was like breaking.
Huge.
He was breaking.
That was a huge boy.
Damn, how old was he when he did that?
Yeah, he was. That's for the Mickey Mouse Club.
Jesus Christ.
Word. So you don't. So he's not Justin. You saying that's what you're trying to establish a point.
Like so he was. He didn't. It's not like the same. You know, like when we got in the room. When we did Cry Me a River and all those records.
Crazy record.
We thought he was black.
I mean,
you fucked us up for a minute. He was like, who is this black dude?
No.
Is killing it.
I think.
And then we realized that's the dude from the Mickey Mouse Club. Holy moly!
No. I don't think it was me. I'm not gonna take the credit for me introducing. Y'all think he was black?
Cause he had soul.
No, it was the song they put out with NSYNC. That no, whatever. No. And I was like, who the freak is this? Right. And that's when they got everybody's attention. And it was him.
Right.
And
he was like the first, like, other than Color Me Bad. Remember Color Me Bad?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna set you up. They had like 8 months before we knew.
That was a New Jack City song.
It was like, holy moly.
Yesterday.
These dudes ain't white. This is crazy. And Justin was the new version of that.
I mean, it was evolution, man. Like music just evolved. It couldn't be just one thing.
Dope artist is a dope artist.
Yeah, like he was dope. And sometimes, you know, God aligned things the way it should be aligned.
Right.
You know, and him, we brothers and we got chemistry.
Right.
We just got chemistry. You know, like chemistry can only be. How can I say it? Chemistry can only be not. You can tell when the person if we out of sync. Right. Meaning like if I got stuff going on in my life, he got stuff going on in my life. We love music, but the music ain't gonna come out right. You get what I'm saying? Because I think when we go in that studio, we be aligned. Like everything that's on our outside is on the outside, and everything when we see each other, me and Justin see each other is put our foot on niggas' throats, you know. Let's put our foot on their throats, you know. Just let's just make this crazy music.
What was your favorite studio session ever?
The studio, man. Like, how you asking me this question?
I'm just saying.
What's your favorite studio back then? Like, come on, bro. The Hit Factory on 54.
The Hit Factory.
Come on, man.
Okay.
It was just
right track.
It was just a matter of just going to the studio.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because people would come in.
What was that studio you had in Virginia? And all of y'all
Master Sound?
I think so. Yep. All of y'all, I'll be in there like, yo, what the fuck? Everybody would be in there, like in Virginia.
But that's the point. So you can't say back then, our studio sessions meant something.
Right.
Because they was adventurous. Like, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was wild, man. Our studio sessions was crazy. You know, back then it was like studio, it wasn't like what's a favorite studio session. It was more like, we going to the studio.
Right.
And people were studio hop like it was a club. Like I remember just to go to what's the studio Jay had and Beanie was all everybody.
Baseline.
Everybody go like it'd be packed. Like that was the whole
Hit
thing.
Factory was like that too.
Yeah, 54. Hit Factory was crazy.
Hit Factory in Manhattan.
And then they had Sony.
Miami. I'm talking Miami.
It was Criteria. It wasn't Hit Factory back then.
Criteria.
And then they had Sony on 66th Street.
Up the block.
Yep. It's crazy. That's what Rough Riders had. They whole
You
setup.
ever made a beat for somebody and they didn't do exactly what you wanted them to do and you was disappointed in the record? Is it Shot Time, Timbaland? I feel like it's Shot Time.
You know what? That's how I was making a beat that I never made, that I like. I don't know because the beat wasn't letting them make something crazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like the beat wouldn't let you make something crazy. Like it's gonna tell you like you just stand. Cause my beats are disruptive. My beats are like it's uncomfortable. That's what I heard somebody tell me your beats when you first heard it, I don't know how to bob. Somebody told me like it's so crazy, like it's a bob, but it's just throwing me off. So back then it's like it was a new bounce. So people was trying to find a new bounce. So it won't. Hey, the track will let you know that you lost.
I'll tell you one artist that you brung the sound out of them in such a remarkable way. I had never seen this. I was a big fan of this artist. His name is Pastor Troy.
Yeah.
And Pastor Troy had this big underground following. People from New York wouldn't know it because people from New York wouldn't travel outside. I had these beats. I would rhyme on down south beats, so I would get down south shows, and I didn't know why. And it was this artist called Pastor Troy, and he would come out and he'd be like, "Y'all ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got to play with GA. We ready. And he would perform this song 17 times, and not one person would say, "You did that already." Like he was just ill. And then when you did that record with him, it was like, it was the first time any producer like even tried to give him a worldwide sound. Did you feel like that? Because that was like, to me, that was his illest record he ever made.
I just did me,
What
man.
even made you want to work with him? Because he was super, super underground at the time.
Because
you was
I'm
super,
from the
super
South.
lit.
That's what I'm about to say. That like I felt like you guys were from the South.
See, that's the problem. Like, you know,
I mean, Virginia is the South.
I didn't know if I was lit. Like the world kind of let me know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still from the South, so it's like that's what I was attracted to all things with different flows.
Bubba
Like,
Sparks, you killed it with the
like Bubba Sparks.
Yeah.
What's the first group that shocked me? That me and Missy was Crucial Conflict.
Crucial Conflict. Yeah.
That's Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, like we loved all that type of stuff. So Pastor Troy is right up my alley. Right up my alley, anyway.
Why you never signed him?
I don't know. I think he was already signed. Like back then, I won't think about no business. I just love music, man. You know. But he was dope. We made good records. We made that good record. We made another record too, but I don't think it came out.
But we cutting was hard.
We Cuttin'.
That was hard. That was hard. I did my own unofficial remix to it and everything. I ain't care if y'all co-signed it or not.
You did it on my mixtape too.
Yeah, I did it on my mixtape. I
Yeah.
love the beat so much. I was like, fuck it. I did like 4 different freestyles to this shit.
Wow.
So, okay. We're gonna get a little deep right now. Your relationship with so I got you. I got you. So your relationship with Scott Storch.
Scotty?
Yes.
That's my boy.
Because it was your boy, but at one point it got a little shaky.
I mean, Nori, come on.
I mean, you know.
In our 20s,
Right.
and when I look at, cause I look at music today, I look at, you know, who I was yesterday. And I'm like, that's just called ego.
Smoke blunts.
Yeah, that's just called, not it's blunts, but.
All right, cool. Fuck it. This is 90 conversation. You know, we're gonna put on a pair of free lives later too. Come on, fuck it. Come on, let's make some noise back
So we just young, you know what I'm saying? We were just young. That's ego.
Was it competition or was it like
I mean,
brothers?
of course it's brothers, but it was competition. But it's like you got, and I realized that you gotta do that. You have to do that to really like, say if me and you, I have to get into a zone like that to challenge you. Else I'm like, damn, that's my homeboy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How I supposed to do that? That's my big, you know what I'm saying? So when I look back at it now, I'm like, that's why I don't do that battling and beef, because I can't mentally psych myself out when I know I'm gonna go back and be like, yo, man, why we was sounding crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a lot out of somebody. So I think back then we just being young.
Right.
Cause we worked together way past it. Yeah.
Right. Well, so what do you think things like that happen in the hip hop game? Because I remember y'all was brothers at first, correct? Started out as brothers.
I just think maybe, you know, maybe I got jealous. I don't think I got jealous. I think it was the entourage telling, oh, I heard, and I'm already slightly like, why everybody going to Scott Storch? You know what I'm saying? That's a part of jealousy.
I remember seeing the studio in the Hip Factory, if I'm not correct, and you having your tour bus to the left, and Scott having his.
Scott was on fire at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was on
Talk about
fire.
Miami
I just don't remember you never not being on fire. That's the reason why.
No, it's always a moment when you're not on fire.
Oh, wow.
And like as you do it,
Okay.
because what happens, and now I can tell you the prime example, because when Scott was on fire, it was artists in my session, and when Scott pulled up, they left to go to his session.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like a notification to let you know, like, it's like that new chocolate bar, that new whatever, that new. It's like that new refreshing, but it's like, and then it kind of makes you mad, because then when you like remind people, like, don't come over here now, I told you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize that that's just humans.
Right.
Humans we're gonna always flock to what others say is great and kind of throw us off balance. And what I've learned is, you know, you got to stay true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? And don't let that, you know, throw you off your game, because, you know, it's always going to be the next man on the block, the next person on the block. You know, you can't run things and be the guy that everybody go to. It's always a new sound. And what happens is, when everybody go to you, you thinking you the only one. And that's what got in my head. And when Scott, I'm like, well, he came up under me. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are things, that's the other man running in my head. So that gave me the competitive spirit, but then that was just in my head. What kind of took it over the top is the entourage. Oh, this person said, oh, Scott, yeah, he said this. So what, you know, it kind of fed the ego to like, I'm a real producer, you just a piano man. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of led to that. You know, because I already had that other demon in my head about, you know, what. That's all you need is that push over the edge to make you be like, oh, that's it. But you really don't. We're young, so I'm not trying to research and be like, wait a minute, this is my man. Like, I might be tripping over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go get some. Why I'm listening to somebody else, he say, she say. Like, I ain't get to the game to listen to he say, she say.
But what's the history there, though? Because I didn't even know that he came up under you in a sense. Like, I know he used to mess with the Roots and all that.
I met him like Dr. Dre kind of like introduced.
I'm about to say Dr. Dre's the big homie.
Yeah, he's like Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, you know.
And were people tapping into him for him to be on the key?
He was dope.
Right.
Scott got a rhythm. Scott got a rhythm that nobody don't have. Scott know how to attack a beat totally different from anybody else know how to attack a beat. His soul and his body, he would go down. When I watched the Quincy Jones special, he is one of those white guys that's gonna go down as one of the old dudes. And I'm like, wow. Because Quincy had a lot of white dudes that were some bad white dudes. Ron Templeton, he was one of the illest. And so when you look at Scott Storch, he can go down as one of the illest. And so that's just a matter of ego getting into play. But we really didn't have no beef.
Yeah, I knew that. But was one of the things that fixed your relationship was seeing how bad he went as far as the drugs go. And you know, he's been on here, he's talked about it on here on this very show. So it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. I know the drug, but like he was living life, so I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking like, why they going to Scott Storch? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about what he's doing.
That fixed the relationship, like after
I think just because of who I am as a person and who he is, that's not us. You know what I'm saying? All we just a matter of just talking, and all we did was just talk, and we was cool.
So now speaking of Scott, one thing I always see about you is you always give Dr. Dre his props. Like No matter what, I'm talking about at the height of, you know.
Man, ain't nobody better than Dr. Dre, man.
And that's what you think? You think that's
Man,
I can look in your face and can tell you mean that. Like I can tell.
But on a producer level, what is it exactly
Don't
that you...
even. People be trying to be, I be like, Doc, don't you do it. That's like you can't put.
Like you battle Switch.
Would you
battle Doc?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
But there's different levels of why Dre is dope.
No, I'm still trying to, I just know he's just super dope. And certain things I still be studying.
Make some noise for that, goddamn.
I be trying to be like,
make some noise for that,
I be like, damn, how you get that kick to sound like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, like he still amazed me. And he do it so, it's like we are alike in a lot of ways. Like, we like to be home. You know what I'm saying? And listen to music. We don't go out like he's just like he the best. Like it's like people, I think people with similar personalities be attracted and be more amused by someone like themselves.
So the first day you met Dr. Dre, first time you met Dr. Dre, let's take it from there. Yo, Mr. Lee, pop that bottle. First day. And describe the situation, like how does that happen?
You know what, I can't even
say. He called
say,
you or you called him?
I don't even know. I just thank God that he invited me into his presence.
And you on Interscope too at the time.
Yeah, but see, here go being young, and then it's like, I can't even talk about then because I didn't know how to digest it then. You know what I'm saying? And now when I look back at it, I'm like, yo, I was kicking it with Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize because you like, I made it. I'm in there. I'm that nigga. So you ain't looking like, I'm right here with you. I'm in the president's seat too. So you know what I'm saying? You're not looking at it like, but I still was amazed. Like, I just didn't know how to take it in. Now I know how to take it in. And I can give you what I felt, what I thought I felt back then. And what I thought I felt back then was, this is motherfucking Dr. Dre.
This is Dr. Dre.
Like, Dr. Dre is my Quincy Jones.
Well,
like, because when I talk Quincy Jones, I always say, people just be like, man, like, Jay, like, be that Quincy Jones. And I get why Jay said, you know, produce for me and B, make us, you know, give us that, you know, give us.
That's what Jay saying to
like
you.
Jay, like, be the young Quincy. Like, he should try to preach that to me all the time.
Right.
And being a young Quincy is making smart moves. Like, when you got a beautiful record, you got to know where to place that beautiful record. Not be stubborn and caught in your ways and be like, oh, that's my record. You got to, Quincy Jones know how to place beautiful music with beautiful people. And Dr. Dre was the god of rap. I hate to say that. I know New York. I know. No. When he touched rap, he made rap sound.
He changed the whole landscape of hip hop.
He made it sound so clean. He's like,
he actually mixed.
Yeah, and it's like, it was like people was like, and you know what? He did not brag about it. He did not talk about it. Other people talk. So to hear a word from Dr. Dre, people were like, oh, he's about to speak. And that's how I was. Because I want to know, like, yo, how you mix that drum? How you get them drums sound like?
So obviously, he was a fan of NWA. All right, obviously.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
So now listen. So now look, and on NWA, there's a line where Eazy-E says, "Ice Cube writes the rhymes that I say, point blank, straight out, frivolously says it, admits to it."
So what?
That was then. Nowadays, people just screwed, I don't know if that's a right word.
Misconstrued?
They flipped on Drake for the same exact thing. And here's one of the greatest groups of all time. What is the difference between that, Timbaland? Being a hip hop.
Okay, so you asking me, the Lucian Fox, the one who you asking Lucian Fox, aka Timbaland, aka Lucian Fox. So you asking the guy who provides these superstars with their superpowers, because I'm a beat maker.
We've heard that.
So
okay,
I think Drake told you I'm resilient for real.
Right.
People need to really look up what that word resilient means.
I don't know what that means, sir.
Me, and I really don't either. So I started looking it up. So
come on, guys.
But that word sounds so brilliant. So I looked it up.
Noise with us
and
not knowing
resilient.
What does resilient mean?
I mean that he could withstand anything, basically.
Oh, okay. I'm resilient.
So that's
withstand a lot.
and so that's how I took it. So when I said, wow, when I looked it up, it said that and more.
Right.
So when you look at Drake,
Right.
he's like, you know, okay, he's like Black Panther.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Elaborate, please.
How did Black Panther come in the world? It was a shock, right? Did it shock you by storm? What did it do? $1 billion?
Oh, the actual movie.
Like the movie.
I'm thinking the character.
Listen to the character.
Oh,
Listen to
okay.
the character.
Right.
The character. He's like a new character. He's like what I'm trying to say, he's like the equivalent to Black Panther.
Right.
He came in out of nowhere. And
But you worked with him early.
exactly.
Very early.
Very early. So he was already in the build to where he was about to be. So you asked me the question of why they tripping, because he's the next biggest thing.
Right.
How many times they trip on Jay-Z? It's just a topic of ghostwriting and all that. But music is music.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I guess I'm not a rapper, and I tell people I can't really. I look at rappers like Avengers or movie characters, like who's the next character? He to me is like the next Black Panther. That's why I say Black Panther. You don't know where I'm going with it.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
That's how I
Like
look at
he
it.
came in
The
like
next
Black
superhero.
Panther. Like people gonna try to pick apart, or he ain't do this, or why he got the necklace. So it's like he's that new character. You know what I'm saying? And he's great at what he do. He do it with so much class, so much pride. I mean, you know.
But when I say you worked with them early on, you worked with them really,
Like
really
mixtapes
early.
early
Like
on?
mixtape. Like,
I mean,
how did you know? How does a producer like you even know?
Oh, that's not all me. That's
You listening
People
to
around
your,
you?
your
I'm gonna tell you, that's being around great Jedis. And then that Jedi, the other Jedi was Jay-Z. Jay-Z he knows.
because what record y'all did together? You and Off That? Was that the
Yeah.
first record you and
Off
Drake
That.
did? Was
So,
Off That?
but he knew when he knew.
Was that the first record though?
Yep.
Off That? I'm on point. Am I on point? I like
Yeah.
when I'm on point. Come on, y'all can make noise for me. God damn it! Come on. Off
So
That.
Off That-
I'm getting
so-
hyped now. I'm getting hyped now. Come on, we're
he
gonna take a
did
shot.
Off That, and
Tiger Bone?
I'm in.
I don't know about the rest, but I just know that Jay-Z knew he was the next one, just like he called 50 Cent
Wait. Okay.
to meet JJ. Called.
This is a lot you're giving us right now, Tim.
I don't
Let's
think
stay
that's
on
out
Drake.
there like
Let's
that.
stay on Drake for now. Then we're gonna go back to 50 Cent. Can you
50
please remind us to go back?
Okay.
So what did he say? He said
He just like
when off
this-
that
this-
beat, he said I'm putting
He
this
said
kid,
this young boy,
the kid from Canada.
He
I'm
like
throwing
this young
him on.
boy, this boy.
And this is early. It's not like it's already
You
out
gotta
there.
think about
He's
it.
catching it
When
early.
Drake, when I go back and listen to him, Jay-Z's one of the. He's a genius to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way Jay articulate things, the way he talks, the way he strategizes life, the way he moves.
Even his braids now.
You know what I'm saying? Everything. I mean, I just know.
He got twists now.
I love it because
he
Jay.
look like a black Einstein. Let's make some noise for that.
like,
Goddamn.
you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
But see,
Jay-Z out here looking like a black Einstein.
no,
Goddamn
he
it.
just look like he look like the culture.
That's like he
look like
Jimi Hendrix and Black Einstein.
he comfortable in
and
his
Black
own
Einstein.
I
skin.
take that.
His
He's
age,
Jimi
too.
Hendrix,
Yep.
and he's music. He's like a Einstein to music.
That's what I said, baby.
And
Goddamn it.
he's so brilliant, and it's like he know somebody else. He know he's a separate alien. Jay-Z's a separate. He knows who fit in his alien group.
But let's take it. So
And when he heard Drake,
he said off that.
he probably said, "Nah, bump off that." He heard Drake before. He like, "Oh, he's special." I mean, come on, he got J. Cole.
Yeah. Which is crazy because
Yeah.
for him to have seen that, he saw that super early.
Okay,
With
like
J.
he
Cole,
knows
yeah.
he knows
Because it
smart
felt like it
people.
took a minute for J. Cole to really.
That's very
He
true.
knows
become who
smart.
who
He
it
knows
is.
smart people.
Yeah.
And
It's
Kanye.
like,
Yeah,
but see,
oh,
but
yeah.
like that's why when I go to Jay, I play him somebody that's smart and like I know because when he listens, I guess he know how they are as a person when he hear them rap. I feel like I try to say, well, how you know this person was gonna be big? I guess when you hear the rap, you can hear who that person is in their rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then today's rap, you'll be shocked because you'll find somebody doing something that you might like, nah, this boy is crazy. But then you go to talk to him, he one of the smartest kids. And you'd be like, wow, music has definitely did a flip-flop. But he is the leader of this generation. He is, yes.
Talking about Drake.
He is like the leader.
Right.
He can go, like he's the OG, like to lead kids. Like he is that guy.
Big up my man 40. Big up Drake.
Yep.
God damn it, big up my Canada niggas. Big up, what's my other nigga name?
I think I asked Mr. Lee.
Belly. No, the other dude for this down with
Belly
the
from there?
I know Belly. Or Chubbs. Yeah, big them up, man. I love to see OGs, especially the OG/veterans, giving. Yeah, this is a tradition for the show. It's just like
It's herbal.
It's herbal. It's
Herbal tea.
Yeah, it's herbal.
It's herbal
Just a tradition for the show. Listen, I don't know if you know. Hold on. We do it together.
Don't take a sip. It's not gonna work out.
Listen,
it's not gonna work out.
I don't know if you know other hip hop shows. They listen. At our hip hop show, we celebrate our legends. We give them their flowers where they can smell them. We give them their thoughts where they can tell them. We give them their drinks where they can think them, and they drinks where they can think them.
Hold on.
Goddamn it!
Hold on.
Let's go. That is definitely different, Timbaland. I'm sorry.
I hate it every time.
Y'all gave me some ginseng.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Y'all gave me ginseng.
Ginseng aged for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Ginseng and champagne.
Yeah, ginseng and champagne.
You automatically a kung fu master after drinking this shit.
The terrible combination.
Let's say Hong Yang Cheng.
So Genuine's first album. Genuine's not on, correct? These people come to you and says, I need to understand how this went down.
Let me break this down.
Okay.
Back then, I am young. I am enjoying the moment. I don't know shit about why and what. I just know we had a run. Let's keep it running. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I knew what I know now, I would have been like, wait a minute. We got something, y'all. We got to focus because we got it by people talking about it. But we were so glad to be. It's almost like slavery, dude. Like Commonwealth. We were from Virginia. To be accepted was the biggest thing, and to not, you could be accepted and then be thrown back into the bushes. So we was trying to stay afloat. We weren't thinking like this sound. We just know we had a sound that was different, and we knew that it would make people uncomfortable, but you would enjoy it later. That's what we knew.
That's what Jeff went in to do Genuine out?
When we went to Genuine, we had a sound back in Rochester where we were with Devontae. We all had a sound. We was a crew. We had a sound. So
it's about Jodeci?
Yeah.
How did that? Well, let's think on Genuine first.
Well, he came from that.
But so Genuine, but he's from Virginia too. Is Jodeci from Virginia?
He's from DC.
Oh,
Southeast.
Oh.
But it's all close. It's right there.
Yes, that's next state. That's New Jersey, New York.
Nah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
South, you don't do that.
I thought that's North New Jersey.
Don't disrespect Southeast DC with Virginia Beach.
Oh.
No.
So it's not safe to say Baltimore as well? Throw it all in the pot?
No, do that. You ain't gonna say Baltimore or DC. It's gonna be, we Baltimore. We be more, we DC. It just, it's no beef, but it's just like, don't put,
So
you ain't gonna say Brooklyn and Queens. You gonna say no, we Brooklyn.
Right.
Well, if I'm from Miami, I'm gonna say it's all New York.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
No.
I will.
You gonna say no. Liberty City is Liberty City.
No.
Overtown is
You can't
Overtown.
tell me that in Miami. I'm gonna divide it up from Miami.
Is that what my point? So it's like what I'm saying. Like you can't. Back then, man, it's like.
But everybody would listen to Go-Go in those areas.
I guess Go-Go. Yeah, Go-Go was popular.
So that connected all y'all.
Right.
Because we don't have, in Miami, we don't listen to Go-Go.
So now where Jodeci was from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina? How the hell Jodeci Devontae? How did y'all hook up?
Missy was in a group called Phase E. And Missy, I was the producer for Phase E. So Missy met Devontae and them backstage. It's this the luck of a draw. She met them, she played the music. Devontae flew them up to Jersey, Missy said she wanted to fly the producer up. He said, cool. I came up there and I stayed up there and developed my sound.
That's a slow clap, goddammit. A slow clap, goddammit. So you working with Devontae, working with them, and they introduced you to Genuine?
Yep, because he met Genuine the same way through a concert. So Genuine, so Devontae actually built my crew. Think about it. I had Static before Static died. Static Major, who wrote Lollipop for Lil Wayne. He wrote Try Again. So Devontae really kind of like, it's funny how God worked, because Devontae built a crew for himself, but it was actually for me.
Wow.
When you think about it, because he didn't work with none of them. It was me.
Wow.
But he found all the talent for me.
So he found, who was the talent again?
Genuine.
Genuine.
Static.
Static Major.
Missy.
Missy. Wow.
Yeah, that's enough.
Wow. God damn
Shit,
it.
that's more than enough.
So, all right, so how did this happen? I need to understand.
I don't know, man. I just told you in one nutshell. Like,
Right.
I was the guy under Missy. Missy brought me in. Like you do, like y'all gotta do the math. Like that. It's just, it's the universe, man. How it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be on this show, and from this show, 1,000 producers call me, or this person called me.
It's a chain
It's
reaction.
inhibition, man. It's like, it's what it is. And that's what, and Devontae brought somebody, he built something, and which was supposed to probably been for him, I wind up doing all the records for them.
So how was it like working with Genuine? Because you didn't know him. He wasn't like from Virginia, like working with Missy. I always
We
thought
kids.
he was. Right.
We are, it's a,
So
he put us together, you know what I'm saying? Devontae is building a squad for himself, but he actually building it for me. I'm the guy who's doing 100 beats a night. So they're coming in the studio doing
He said
it
100
with
beats
me.
a night. Hold up a second. He said 100 beats a night.
Yeah. I'm in the studio, bro. I'm from Virginia. I ain't got no studio. This new to me.
Taking advantage of
Great.
this
I'm
shit.
having a ball. And I got a car too. Yeah, I'm having a ball. So I'm knocking beats out. They in there with me. I'm creating the sound. There you have it.
And did Genuine have S curls back then? Or no?
I don't know if S curls was in. I think they had activated to make their hands curly.
No, because I'm trying to picture the studio scenery.
You're trying to picture a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm trying to picture like, did he have S curls or did he
I
met?
don't know, man.
My holy.
Hey, bro, I wanted to introduce the videos. I was like, yo, I just wanted to make a record and get my mama $3,000. I ain't know about nothing about no videos. When that stuff came out, I was fond to it. Like, oh man, people like your record. Oh, for real? Oh, okay. I'm a country boy. I'm like, dude, the head on. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's dope.
Y'all made some crazy records.
Okay. Now, you just did a battle with Swizz Beatz.
We didn't do the battle yet.
Well, it was somewhat of a battle.
No,
At Summer Jam.
it's called Instagram Talk.
What would you call what happened?
Called IG Talk.
That was IG.
And that wasn't derivative of Drink Champs?
Oh yeah, that started on this. Yeah, that started here. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, that's good.
It did start here. It's in the same fucking place too.
That whole thing
And this whole
started
thing.
in
It
Drink
started.
In this room.
Maybe it should begin here.
That's what I'm saying.
It didn't start
because I felt like when I seen the actual battle, I felt like it was unfair. Even though I'm from New York, I felt like it was unfair because, he was playing a lot of New York records with New York artists. Because this was Summer Jam, correct? So, how did you feel about that? I know you had fun. You was out there having fun, but
yeah, that's all I thought was. I mean, we played a lot of. We couldn't. I think it was me and Swizz look at it like this. It's not a battle. It's a reminder.
That's dope. That's dope.
Don't ever forget who we are.
Right.
In Swizz Beatz. Like, when people might have doubted, oh, he ain't got nothing, or people might say, oh, Timbo got this. No. I'm on stage with my friend.
Right.
He's my friend.
Right.
We have just as much accolades.
Right.
It's just, it's me. So when we played songs back to back, it gave people a reminder. I don't think people know how to judge it. It won't no judge. And people were like, damn, he played that Beyonce. I was like, yeah, he did that Beyonce. It was more of a reminder. Do not play with the Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could go all night. And it's like people don't realize the history that we have.
Would you do that with Pharrell?
That's my brother, of course. We can't wait to play records, because to us it's like,
Right.
man, remember I did this.
Wait.
It could never be a battle.
Right.
The battle will be.
Well, people will always judge it as a battle.
But
That's cool. Let you judge.
But would you do it with Dr. Dre?
No.
That was my last question.
Would I do it?
I knew you were gonna say it, 'cause
he have to set up the summons for all of us at the table and say, "You go against him. You go against him."
And Gandalf.
Yeah, like he'll be like, you know, see the what's that movie? What's the Warlocks? And he'll be like, "Ooh," like he'll put the spell on, like, you know, say he's that.
I love
guy.
the respect he shows Dr. Dre.
No,
I really do.
But it wouldn't be a battle. It would be fun. It would be chess. It's like pawn, like chess. Like we playing songs. It's like. Checkmate.
Besides Dr. Dre, if you was to go head to head with anybody else in this game, would you ever be worried? Like, besides Dre, not Dre. Like,
said
just
worried.
Worried, like song for song.
I don't. Okay, so it's two different.
I'm talking about the whole legacy, man. I'm talking about, let's say Teddy Riley. Let's say not.
Because you're saying
Quincy
track
Jones.
for track.
Yeah, track for track. The whole legacy.
You know what?
The whole
I think it's healthy for all of us to do that. You know why? Because it really lets you know how far you really come and how, you know, it lets you know the beginning of your journey.
Right.
And where it's really like a self moment thing where you be like, I quit. Then you be like, damn, my shit was, I thought my shit was this long and it wasn't that long. It's kind of like a reflection of who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we play our music and our hits, it'd be like, damn, why I stop here? You know, that's how I look at it. Somebody else might look at it different. I would look at it like,
Nah.
that was it. That was what, 2015? I'm not even listening to the other dude that they play around. Like, 2015? Oh man, I gotta pick it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. It's like the journey must continue. You know? It's like, look how far we came and see if we still relevant.
Right. Now, how about working with Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne right now has
Carter 5?
Carter 5. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen somebody take off this long, come back, and his fans stay right there. Like, they were right there, like, ready to line up and just, like, I've never seen a person, like, you know, in this game, you take 2.5 years off, Jose Canseco is in your fucking batting spot.
I mean, you're talking about Young Money.
Yeah, I know that.
You talking about Nicki Minaj.
But
Drake.
even Eminem, let's look. Even Eminem, like
Drake.
What was it?
I'm gonna go back here.
Revival.
Dr. Dre.
They didn't fuck with Revival,
put
but
a record
Kamikaze
out.
they came back and
You're
fucked
not
with.
hearing me.
I'm definitely not. I'm sorry.
Dr. Dre can put a record out right now,
Right.
and people gonna go crazy. Certainly, it's gonna be his fan base because of what he left. Like Lil Wayne left a mark.
Right.
I just think Lil Wayne's Lil Wayne. Then he signed the next person in this generation to be like him, which is Drake.
Right.
Or Nicki Minaj. Like, you know, he got two heavy hitters that keep him alive. Like, it's not about him rapping sometimes, it's about the decisions he made.
Wow. Wow.
Like, you know, look what he look, I'm telling you, I'm great, he's great.
Wow.
She's great.
Right.
And y'all paid attention. So it kept Wayne on your mind.
Right.
When he didn't do nothing.
Right.
I mean, he blessed, man. He got a gift. Wayne he can rap.
Right. Now, I wanted to say this to the very end, and then I'm gonna get into my whole questions, and then we'll wrap it up. But so, how did you initially meet Aliya? Because I know we spoke about her in the beginning. Like, how was
my
this?
lawyer, Louise West. At
Okay.
the time, my lawyer was Louise West. She introduced the families to each other,
Right.
which was Aliya's family with, you know, Uncle Mike, rest in peace, he passed away.
God bless.
That was the introduction. It was Louise West.
How was
and Craig Kallman.
Craig Kallman, wow.
Yep.
You met Aliya?
Craig, yeah, Craig. It was Louise West and Craig Kallman.
Craig Kallman was with Atlantic at the time?
Yep.
God damn it.
Craig is the man, man. Craig know music, man. He gonna find a way to dig himself up. If he gonna know now. He gonna figure out what's hot now. Right. He was a DJ. He was a serious DJ. Right. So Craig got good ears, man. He got great ears. And Craig I had a sound. He introduced us, made the link, but it was Louise that gave Craig the demo of me and Missy to play for Aliya, that Aliya liked.
And then the sessions, and she's from
Detroit.
Detroit. And y'all linked in Virginia?
Detroit.
Oh, y'all linked in Detroit.
Yeah.
And your first session, what was?
Our first session, we did records. But then out of that first session came One in a Million. And then the second session came If Your Girl Only Knew.
Wow. First and second section.
The first session came One in a Million.
Which is crazy.
Meaning that wasn't the first song in the first session.
Right, in the session.
Meaning like before we left, we did One in a Million.
Okay.
So we did other songs prior to it. Wasn't like that. It was like, I'm not trying to make myself like no superhero. Like the first song I did was One in a Million. No, that was after.
You don't think that's enough? Just in the first session you made One in a Million? That's enough by itself.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Then the second one was If Your Girl Only Knew.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now you got like a triple album with Jay-Z. Look, so when I do interviews, we pull up everything. So you got the list? I'm gonna just name out some certain songs. You just tell me these certain sessions with you and Jay, right? Dirt Off Your Shoulders is one of them.
You can watch that on the Black album, man. Come on, man.
Nah, nigga.
The movie. I told you in the movie.
No, this is on millennials. This is for new millennials right now. We got a whole new
But you
audience.
can see it on the Black album.
Yeah, you fuck them. We want them to see them on here.
Okay.
So Dirt On Your Shoulders, how did this come about?
Just like on that thing. I mean, it's no different. It's no different.
I mean, but let's suppose these 14-year-olds who listen to us, who don't listen to these motherfuckers, who don't.
It's on the movie. I'm gonna tell you the same thing in the movie. Like I walked, he came down. It was the exact thing. I had the beat. I knew that beat was fire, and there it was. And the beauty about that was the first time he captured the moment that can't be explained on film.
Which is?
And there's you can watch it on film. I don't, every time I watch it, I say, there it is.
Timbaland, we got stupid fans. You gotta explain to these people. Yes, we got dumb fans, brother.
Fade the black, fade the black, fade the black. It's on the movie. If you
they
want
thought
to catch
Jay-Z's first album was 444 on our fans. They're kind of slow. Our fans. They're
Come
slow.
on, man. Don't say that.
I'm just playing. Go ahead, continue.
Well, they don't think that's his first album.
Nah, I'm just playing.
Nah, they don't think that.
But Fade the Black, that movie he captured it. So it's like it was the perfect time. I said, look, when people ask me Girl Show, I said, watch Fade. They don't even ask me about it. They said, man, when I watch Fade the Black, man, we went to Girl Show, I said, Dave, thank you. Because I ain't got to explain it. It's on camera.
All right.
Everything is caught on camera, and people want to know more. It's like, it's no more.
Okay, then how about Big Pimpin'? UGK, because at this time UGK is definitely not known in the New York area.
No, that
maybe
changed.
in the
Okay.
Virginia. Okay.
This is gonna be real short and simple.
Go ahead, cool.
That was a track I was saving for Tim and Magoo. Me being sharp as because I'm thinking I'm very
sharp. You doing your Quincy Jones shit?
I was on my sharpness, right? And I was like, this shit bigger than me. This shit bigger than you. This shit was bigger than me. I told him when he was about to leave studio. I told him, hey man, I got this beat I want to play. I don't want to play it for you, but.
You talking to Magoo? Or you
no, I'm telling Jay before he leaves the studio.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't want to play this beat for you, but I know it's for you, so I'm gonna play it. So I play it. He take off his jacket, hip hop, take off their jacket, like, oh my God. Jay face lit up, and hip hop with his gun. He said, Big Pimpin', and dude said, we on to something. And Jay said, I'll see you tomorrow.
Oof.
Was it automatic that UGK would be on that record or not?
No,
you don't know
no.
that at that point.
That track, Jay took time with that track.
Okay.
He ain't do this like how Jay-Z do it. This was, he took his time with that record. And you can tell, because look at what it sold. We even got sued over this shit.
How did that lawsuit end up? Just on production tip, like if
Well,
producers listen.
you know, I don't like to brag, but you know, we walked out of there, you know,
He was
clean.
good. y'all,
I just leave it at that.
y'all was good. Y'all was
Yeah,
good.
we was
after
good.
that.
But you know what I'm saying, because it was I just think the energy of the song was not done in the malice way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was trying to get over. I paid. You know what I'm saying?
The sample. Which
Yeah,
is
I paid. Like I paid.
The
Like
Indian artist,
yeah,
right?
I paid. So that's how I paid whatever that 200,000. There you go.
And then they try to come back afterwards.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So that's fine.
It's
Yeah.
beauty. The song is beautiful, man. Like when something is so beautiful, you know, it's always gonna be evil around the corner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that song is beautiful, and you know, it was made out of love. It's like when Jay-Z did that, I could saw the love in his face. The track put a smile on his face. Like I saw that this was that one for him. You know what I'm saying? I saw like this was gonna make him think. Like I know Jay-Z's he's a person who likes to read. If he ever texts you the way he texts, he's very sharp
It's a
and
rhyme.
smart.
He texts you in like a letter.
It's
then
spaces in between.
He's very.
I'm telling you, man. He's like John Q. I'm telling you.
Now, Holy Grail.
Hey, man. He called me. I was in New York. Dream had the hook already. He wanted me to remake the beat, and I did. I did my part. I did Lucius Fox. He called me in to upgrade the equipment, and that's what I just did.
Upgrade the
You like that?
equipment.
2.0, I just put it at 3.0. You know what I'm saying? I just lifted it up a little bit. Same equipment. Dream gave me all the tools. She said, "This is what you got." I said, "All right, let me let me load my hard drive." Whoop, whoop, there it is. And me, not just me by myself, Jerome, J-Rock, he was great. He caught it. He was like my side partner. He was my, not gonna say my assistant. I like to say my partner, because at that time he was my partner, and when I needed some assistance on this particular project, I'm good. When he had assistance, I needed some keys, and he knew how to elevate, so he was a great partner at that time.
Okay, now I'm one more stronger than. Is that your?
I think that's I had that track, and I gave it to Puff originally, but
You want to say timeout?
Yeah, time out. What? Wait, time out. You
I
said
think I gave it to I believe it was a Puff, but
Puff Daddy.
yeah,
Is
Sean
that
Combs.
your Puff Daddy?
I believe.
Wow.
I think so, but
He turned that down.
he didn't turn it down. I think
He was late
I
on the
think-
Didn't
response.
get to it?
I think maybe I might have been just playing music, just be playing, and Jay-Z just said, "Yo, let me," That was like, but when he did the rap, it's like, oh man, he fit it.
Right.
And Missy,
So how did you call Puff and tell him it's a rap?
Yeah, I mean,
How did you do that? How did that phone call out?
Or did the record just come out?
that was a messy situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't. That was the first time, like, oh man, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? But that was me being young and naive and not understanding the ethics of business and jumping the gun.
Right.
And I learned my lesson. Nothing major happened, but just like, I don't like to have confusion in music.
Right.
I don't like to have one person upset with me because I gave another person something that I didn't know they treasure. You know what I'm saying? So it just, business ethics came in. It's like, when you do something, have your word or do it the right way.
Would there be another Timbaland and Magoo project? Because Magoo, that's the only person we ain't talking about. Talked about everybody else.
No,
correct?
that was like, Magoo was my friend, so it was like it was a fun thing, and it was fun to do.
Because he was like the down south Q-tip almost.
Yeah,
I guess.
He was.
He was like the Q-tip.
Yeah.
Funk Flex told me that today. He was like Q-tip.
He was my friend. He's my friend.
I make Funk Flex voice.
No,
I'm sorry, I tried to make Funk Flex voice.
That's Melvin.
You sound like Leo Cohen there, right?
Sorry,
I mean, he's my friend. You know, that was something that we did. That was a dream or a passion of ours, and we did it.
Right.
It wasn't meant to be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. It was something that, like,
Yeah, we're doing it for fun.
yeah, and it happened,
Right.
and we got paid for it.
And the fun was worthwhile at a moment.
I think it was.
Well, Timbaland, we just want you to know we salute our legends. In our game, every 10 years, these people want to ride you off and they want to say you're over and they want to say fuck you. No matter if you're getting money or not. And in this game, I want to reverse that. I want to change that. I want people to know that, you know, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, the older you lose. And the older, you don't get old because you stop playing. You get old because you stop playing.
I mean, it's a different generation, and we are the OGs, and we got to figure out how to translate that to the new G's.
Right.
To the new generation. And I understand it now. It's like, the problem with us, we always criticize so much. But when we was young, we didn't criticize nothing.
Right.
And when you look at Tekashi 6ix9ine, these people are great, man.
Big them up.
You know, they are great artists. Let them be who they gonna be. Let's watch their journey.
Right.
The same way Quincy Jones watched all the people he produced, and he looked back at it, and he was like, "Man, I produced all these people, and they all died." And I'm not saying that about the new generation,
right.
but let's just watch their journey and see what happens.
And hand down that information while we're here. And if they want it, they take it. If they don't want it, that's on them.
Let's have fun, because they make great music to me.
Anything you would have changed if you ever would have started over? Anything you would like to change?
I just should have been more alert when it comes to business and not let the fun get in the way. It should have been more, you know, just alert on a lot of things. Cause you know, when you're young, we you know what I'm saying? And
You still young.
Yeah, I'm still young, but I'm
Still young.
but I didn't come from that world, so when everything moving fast, I just, you know, should have slowed it down at my pace.
And you in the gym crazy. Where's your trainer? Hook me up, nigga. Your trainer's doing his job, nigga. My trainer's fucking up. But for real, you looking very young. How is that? How is that? You know, getting older and getting into the gym, and what makes you spark and do that? Because I seen a rumor where people were quitting because they was hanging with Dr. Dre being their engineers, and Dre would make his engineers and his assistant go to the studio, and the people were quitting. I never heard of that. Are you like that, Tim?
You mean go to the gym, you mean?
Yeah, he would make them go to the gym, and film it and all type of shit.
Because you gotta be a machine like we are.
So your engineer, your assistant, everybody gotta do the same shit.
No, I just do. I got my own agenda. You know what I'm saying? And I got a partner. My girl's my partner.
Oh, big up your girl.
And we do everything, man. We like the new Incredibles.
God damn it. The Incredibles, look, the red suit,
Yeah.
long arms.
Yeah.
Them niggas is hard. Give me a high five, nigga. Give me a high five, nigga. The Incredibles. So you and your ladies, the new Incredibles.
I feel like. Cause we do everything together.
That's beautiful. I seen y'all at the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert. Y'all was over there Gucci down, minding y'all business.
She was Gucci down, not me.
Nah, I seen you Gucci down too.
Not me.
Is she here right now?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you, girl, you was Gucci down. When you Gucci down?
She's a Gucci down.
I was watching y'all. I was like, oh shit. Y'all was over there.
We do everything. We work out in the morning.
It was the Club Carter, correct?
Nah,
it was
yeah.
Club Carter.
Yeah.
Club Carter.
She worked. Yeah, we do everything together.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Give Timbaland an all. Oh.
I take the R.
Yeah, take the R. Listen, man, I'm married. God damn, you gonna make some noise for me. I can make noise. I'm married. God damn. Niggas gonna give Timbaland an R, now give me a goddamn marriage clap. Give me a marriage clap, goddamn it. That's beautiful. Listen, you know what? It's beautiful to show hip hop growing up. Because back in the days, in the 90s, we talking about fucking all these niggas ain't fucking these right now. Niggas is old men. My knees is fucked up.
First of all, you don't want multiple partners because we think too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. Like, I'm comfortable.
Listen, Atlantic Records.
Everything fits.
Atlantic Records offered
She's
me
like a personal,
to
everything.
a party today, and I said, "Yo,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not
I
doing
literally
that.
got up, my knees hurted." I said, "I'm sorry."
No, I don't hurt. I just don't want to do that.
No, my shit hurt it. I'm 41.
Lucian Fox. I
Yeah.
feel like me and my girl, we in the Incredibles. We can't be seen everywhere.
That's why. Oh, God damn it! I'm gonna start using that. Can I take that? Can I take that? I mean, I'm like, well, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes the older, you know, that's why I love 444. Because 444 actually reflected a grown man.
Yeah, but but the kids ain't gonna get that till later. That's why I'm glad it's 444.
But it ain't for the kids, correct?
It's for them. It's the Bible for them.
They'll get it.
It's the Bible. And I can leave on that note.
Yeah.
Jay-Z left the Bible. He left the book of Eli for this generation. And that's 444.
God damn it, make some noise, God damn it.